full of some white. Get pulled over for swerving like hi, officer. When he asked me why I was swerving, I'm swerving, officer.
I can make it bounce by myself.
Something different. Have the blue units today.
I can make it bounce by myself.
Yeah.
I can make it bounce by myself. By myself. I can make it bounce by myself. I can make it bounce by myself. I can make it bounce by myself.
Got a mansion, a condo, a cabin, I sleep in my phantom. Dancing with the stars to the Star-Spangled Banner. I change your channel, I change your pattern, I ring your Saturn. I your madam, she get
ready.
And I shake the ladder. I make her and gather and calculate the data. I listen up for the snakes or the baby rattle. I play the shadows, don't play no games, I straight get at them. I'm on a all day, like it's my favorite album.
I play the salmon, the Cayman Islands dancer. If I don't get the car first, I have a temper tantrum. I innovative, I demonstrated this.
I'll be rushing one to get 5 touchdowns to break the record.
I kiss your lady, then kiss the baby. Get situated, get keys off table and leave her. I really made it, get it made. Won't wrestle cause I spatula all you action figures.
Tiny like a spider on a spud web. I got some on my thumbnail. I feed it to my girls. They say, yeah.
I'm doing this for the L. When I go, I'm gonna leave for the belt.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Turnovers will be a focus in today's game. The Seahawks are #1 in turnover differential, and they'll be up against a Panthers team that knows they have to take care of the ball. What a surprise here. There's rain in Seattle. We're off to Central Infield to link up with our broadcast team of Brandon Guyton and James Davis.
Oh, we are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at here in Seattle. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's NFC Divisional Round matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, the streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got.
What's his name? Don't tell me Russell Wilson's injured. Thomas Rawls out for a week. No, dang.
Around the middle. He has been in the league a long time. They come out here in the eye. And a give this time to the tailback. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
All right, here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pass incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
Charles Johnson off the edge. A long day for any offensive tackle.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on now is the 11-year man, John Ryan, to punt it away.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the defending NFC champs on offense now. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, and none other than Cam Newton.
Had one of the great seasons ever by a quarterback in the NFL in 2015. An equal threat to throw it or run it, grew into the consummate leader for his team, and was named the league MVP while leading the Panthers to a Super Bowl appearance.
On 1st and 10, Newton eluding the pressure right. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
Back to throw, Newton. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Carolina. And partner, sayonara to Randy Moss's 0-7 record. That is the 24th receiving touchdown this year for him. He's the new king.
Well, always remember how Randy did it. Going deep, going over the top of people, and catching those touchdown passes. But what we've witnessed here today, what we've witnessed throughout this season, great new memories have been created by the new king.
Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Time to tighten up the seatbelt just a little bit, partner, because that was a safety that crashed in there and made that.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
53 touchdowns
Greg Olsen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
And second and 10, he'll looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And Brandon, the pass passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips, and this one winds up getting intercepted.
Only the second takeaway.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out.
A touchdown, Carolina! Their big-bodied receiver with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And they better put that ball to the side, because with that catch, he's a new single-season receiving yards record holder.
What a fantastic year. And we saw it start early, didn't we, partner? Right out of the gate, we knew he was going to have a tremendous year, but who knew it would culminate in breaking this all-time record?
54 touchdown passes.
Following the touchdown, here to kick it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up, and he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Gano for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They'll run the option left. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way. So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, How do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. From his goal line here, Newton. He's going to got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Ten yards still left on second down. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Over the middle to Smith. And he's brought down after a good gain. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Newton now to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit. And
I think he dabbed. I think he did a dab. He just... Yep, dab. Bitch dab. Bitch dab. Get it now, get it now. Get it now, get it now. Get it now, get it now.
Now a first down throw for Newton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Again, Newton. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Touchdowns on the year.
Greg Olsen, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. That's a heck of a start to this one for him here in the first quarter.
2 receiving touchdowns, just getting the game underway essentially. I mean, there's a long way to go. If I'm on defense, I've got to figure out how to slow this guy down. Because when one guy shreds your team, that's demoralizing. Make them spread it around at least. But right now, he's showing no signs of slowing down.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers defense, they make their way back out there now. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring it. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Green, 39.
Looking to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's John Ryan now, as he's on to punt for Seattle. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Spinning again. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Carolina.
New record.
Their dangerous wide receiver
New single-season
on his
record
way to
by
a
Cam.
monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control.
And the pylon Cam. 56 hit, 2 touchdown this season.
Gano now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Panthers defense as they get set to go again. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. They said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And the defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Fielded just inside the 30. Wow, evasive.
Make him miss.
34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They run it again with Hill. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
And sometimes when you're watching a game, you can actually see drills in effect during a ball game. And what I saw there was what running backs call the gauntlet drill. We have to go through a series of defenders who are going to hit them, poke at the football, make them bounce, spin, dig for extra yardage, the whole deal. And we saw it there. His running backs coach, he's got to be awfully proud of that run. Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Second and goal as the offense. Hills hit, and he lost the football. And the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
Okay, Brandon, work with me here. Let's analyze this situation. A touchdown here, that could be the knockout blow in the second quarter. But if they go for it and don't get it, that could bring life to the other sideline.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. He may try and run for this. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll come out in the pistol.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. This will be fielded at the 17. To the field, here come the Panthers. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Hill, and he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop.
Still on his feet. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 31 yards. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Now that run reminds me of the days when the fullbacks ruled the world in the NFL. Jim Brown, Jim Taylor, for a 9-year span, those two led the league in rushing. Think about that. Fullbacks leading the league in the NFL. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And that is no good. So some disappointment there as the field goal falls short, and we have reached the intermission as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Seahawks don't have much to hang their hat on after the first half. The Panthers have done whatever they want, and they'll just try to keep that up in the second half. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Offense out now after the fumble. The quick pass and completion is made, and it ends up working for a touchdown. Panthers up now by 14. Seahawks with the football early in the first. The pass ends up being picked off. Coleman's is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Now following the interception, Newton's got the completion here, and he's going to go 32 yards for the score. Lead grows to 21. Seahawks with the ball midway through one. Here we'll get a fumble on the return. Panthers would pick it up and score. Panthers with a commanding lead. Panthers line up at the 3. Here the pass would be completed into coverage, and he finds his mark for the score as the lead continues to mount. First and 10, Newton's completion is made out of the gun. And this long run goes for a touchdown as they continue to dominate. Third down from inside the 50. Tolbert's going to look for a gap. He'll end up running for over 20 yards on the play. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina.
98-yard kick return.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The 3-time All-Pro, Luke Kuechly, in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun now on third down. It's caught outright by Graham. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Here's John Ryan now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And good to see Jimmy back out there moving okay after the ruptured patella in Week 12 last year. You've dealt with that injury, haven't you?
I have, and let me tell you, you know that expression, I feel your pain? I felt Jimmy's when it happened. Now, mine didn't happen quite the same way his did. His happened in the line of duty. He was playing in a game. For me, I was just coaching. And went up to try and catch a pass. Poof. I think for me, it was just mainly age. For him, he was actually playing.
But good to see him back out there healthy. Newton on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, look at the strength.
No.
And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 19. And the Panthers are going to get a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
He's got time in the pocket. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down. And they convert another one right here to move the chains.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. And we certainly know that Cam Newton can do just that. He had 10 rushing touchdowns last year and a nice one there.
And it wouldn't surprise me if one day that number got up to 20 if they so chose, because of his frame. One of the bigger, stronger players in the league, especially at his position. When he carries the ball and gets a full head of steam, you're dealing with a full-grown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star or a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way. And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
This is taken at the 15. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. 2nd and 10, Newton again. Smith catches left side. A good pickup there, a 22. So deja vu all over again. Another good week. And sometimes maybe, because the defense doesn't look that bad, maybe this is just good offense beating good defense in his case.
I like that because we always want to point out that there's a breakdown or someone made a mistake or there was a...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdowns. Receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers defense gearing up as they take the field. They'll be hoping to come up with that same type of effort they had last time when they forced the punt that led to a touchdown.
And that type of effort just continues to carry over. Because once you get it done once, you feel like you can do it again and again. It's no guarantee, but you got to like the confidence that they take back out into the field.
Now will they keep that confidence? Time to find out. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And he's back here in the struggle department in this one like he was a week ago. And partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line. The room to run, just not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Luke Kuechly in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he fields it cleanly. Look at the spin.
Balance.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They come up in an offset eye. On 1st and 10, Newton. And this one complete to Smith. Touchdown, Carolina. Their big-bodied receiver with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's since 1950. This is another person that...
Back now in Seattle, Washington, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll set up a throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Take it in at the 22. Oh, he knocks him over. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On 2nd down, Hill. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. So Carolina eating some clock on the ground there, and part of why they were the NFC champs last year, number 2 as a team in the running game.
They played their identity last year. Offensive line, they could move people in the run game. Jonathan Stewart running it. Of course, big Cam Newton could be a short yardage guy. And remember, their head coach, Ron Rivera, a defensive guy. They love to run the football. Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop them. That's just great theater.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Oh, he's not going to get it by much, but on 4th and 1, all you're worried about is moving the sticks. And here he's able to fight his way forward for a couple of yards, and that's all he needed.
They stick on the ground on 1st down with Hill. And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football. Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No. I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Luke Kuechly bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills, you want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He'll drop to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
So they're going to pitch a shutout.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Now let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
A pick 6 by Bean Wickleworth.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for the Panther touchdown.
Yeah.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a
pick
big word.
6.
What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gano now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. 4th quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
It'll be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Luke Kuechly in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Paul Soliai in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The busy night continues for Hill. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Second down, 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. Second and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. Third down. Here's Artis Payne. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And here we go on 1st and goal. Again on the ground with Artis Payne. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second and goal from the 7. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
And that's tough duty for a strong safety because truly he's a hybrid-type player. A pass defender, which makes him more of a defensive back, but really his tackling ability is like a linebacker.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And he'll bang that one through. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. We get a look at the Carolina defense as they work their way into position. Really, the only thing left here to figure out is whether or not they can finish off the shutout, because the game, that's out of the question.
And unlike baseball, where you never mention the possibility of a no-hitter until it actually occurs, in this case, they can see a shutout is within grasp. That's what they're talking about out there right now. Don't give up any points. Let's finish this thing off.
How big is that for a defense to take a shutout into the next week?
It's absolutely huge. You just feel better about everything that you do, everything about your teammates, everything about your squad. It's massive.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Luke Kuechly in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. And this is one of those, Charles, as broadcasters, we dread a little bit. We had to go deep into the stat sheets and notebooks to find stuff to talk about.
I hope you didn't notice, but I was stealing your notes as the game went along. I was like, Brandon was ready to go. Plenty of information. I started stealing from page 15 and 16 before you even looked down.
So for the Panthers, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will head home next next week to take on the San Diego Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.
Bass stills in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed the hip-hop since I let Bobby out the slammer. Hip-hop start on the East Coast, then it move west, down to Bama. I'ma bring it back to New York, hold those, then throw your hands up. Pass me a cup in the club with the juice in the get bent out. Then I'ma slide with it to my ride and head up to my penthouse. Oh, I'm not trying to take it slow, working hard, cake and dough. Open up 24, we striving for that goal. I'll stop for nothing, I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Giants, everything is shaking through the walls.
I'm going to say good night. Week 14.